My wife told me she was having a girls' night out. I didn't think much of it until I checked Snapchat. Her friend had posted a video of her sitting on some guy's lap, laughing like it was the most natural thing in the world. I didn't overthink it. I just commented, "Nice girls' night." Minutes later, my phone lit up with her name. She was sobbing. Tried to explain it was just a dare. I laughed and said, "Here's my dare. Find a new place to live." The worst part, I wasn't even looking for trouble. I wasn't snooping or paranoid. But when my phone buzzed that night, I glanced at the screen and saw something that made my stomach drop. A Snapchat notification from her best friend, Mia, with a video of my wife sitting on a stranger's lap, giggling like a teenager. Lisa had told me it was just a casual girls' night with Mia. She said it so confidently that I didn't question it. Why would I? We'd been married for 4 years. I never thought she'd be fool enough to do something like this. But there it was on display for everyone to see. Lisa leaning into some guy's chest, his hands on her waist, acting like I didn't exist. I could have called her. I could have screamed, demanded an explanation. But why waste my breath? Instead, I typed 3 words, "Nice girls' night." Then I locked my phone, sat back, and waited. I knew what was coming. The post was deleted within minutes, and my phone started blowing up. Lisa called over and over. I let it ring, let her sweat. Finally, after the 4th call, I picked up. She was already crying. "Liam, please just let me explain." I didn't let her finish. I just laughed and said, "Here's my dare. Find a new place to live." Then I hung up, blocked her number, and just like that, it was over. Lisa was always good at talking her way out of things. She had a way of twisting situations, making herself the victim, turning every mistake into something that was somehow my fault. I'd seen her do it with other people, but I never thought she'd try it on me. As I watched her name flash on my screen, I knew exactly what she was doing. She wasn't calling to apologize. She was calling to control the narrative. I let her call 6 times before I answered. By then, she was spiraling. "Liam, please, you have to listen." I didn't say a word. I just let her sit in the silence. "It wasn't what it looked like," she stammered. I almost laughed. "Really? Because it looked exactly like you sitting on another guy's lap." She stumbled over her words. "It was a dare, just a stupid joke." I sighed. "Lisa, do you think I'm an idiot?" Silence. Then she tried a different angle. "Liam, you're blowing this out of proportion. I didn't even kiss him." I leaned back in my chair. "Oh, so you admit it happened. A second ago, you said it wasn't what it looked like. Now you're saying it did happen, but it didn't mean anything." She froze. She knew she'd messed up. "Liam, come on. I love you. I would never cheat on you." I finally let out a dry laugh. "Lisa, I don't think you understand. I'm not mad. I just don't care anymore." She tried one last move. The guilt trip. "You're seriously going to throw away 4 years over a stupid dare?" I shook my head. "No, Lisa, you threw away 4 years over a stupid dare." She started crying harder, but I was done. "Your stuff will be outside in an hour. Don't call me again." I hung up, blocked her number, and sat back completely at peace. Lisa thought she could talk her way out of this. She thought she could cry, manipulate, and make me feel bad for her. But the thing is, I wasn't angry anymore, and that's what scared her most. I wasn't yelling, begging for an explanation, or even arguing. I was just done, and now I was going to make sure she felt exactly what I felt: helpless, trapped, and powerless. Lisa still thought of our apartment as her home, so I made sure that by the time she walked through the door, it didn't feel like hers at all. Her keys still worked, but only for front door. The bedroom was locked. The Wi-Fi password was changed. Her clothes were packed neatly into trash bags by the door. The fridge was completely cleaned out with nothing but a note tape inside: "You're not welcome here." She was about to walk into the most uncomfortable night of her life. I didn't stick around to see her reaction. I knew she'd come home expecting a fight, hoping to scream and cry her way back into my good graces. But instead, she walked into silence. No yelling, no confrontation, just emptiness because there was nothing left to fight for. An hour later, the text started. "Liam, what the hell?" Then another, "Where's all my stuff? Why is the bedroom locked?" I didn't reply. 5 minutes later, a call. I ignored it. Another text, "Please talk to me." I don't know what to do. That's when I knew she finally understood. She wasn't in control anymore. The texts kept coming, each one more desperate than the last. "I know I messed up, but this is too much. I have nowhere to go. You can't just do this to me. Liam, please." She was begging now. The same woman who had laughed it off, saying it was just a dare, was now on her knees for a second chance. And that's when I finally responded. Hope that dare was worth it. Then I blocked her. Just like that, Lisa was officially out of my life. Lisa had always been the type to land on her feet. She had a way of charming her way out of trouble, getting people to feel bad for her, just enough to give her another chance. But this time, nobody was coming to save her, and I made sure of it. After I blocked her, I imagined what was happening on her side. She probably tried calling her friends first, expecting someone to say, "Of course you can stay with me." She probably thought she'd have a backup plan, but then reality slapped her in the face. Turns out people don't love housing cheaters. Mia, the one who posted the Snapchat video, was the first to turn on her. When Lisa showed up at her place crying and asking for help, Mia slammed the door in her face. "I'm not getting dragged into this." Ouch! Her other friends, the ones who hyped her up for a girls' night, were nowhere to be found. None of them wanted to be associated with the drama. Lisa was officially on her own. Her last option was her parents. She had to crawl back home, telling them she'd had a fight with me, leaving out the cheating part. But guess what? They already knew because I made sure of it. I never said anything directly, just a simple message to her mom. "Hey, just letting you know Lisa might be coming to you for help." I'd asked her why she lost her apartment before taking her in. That was all it took. By the time Lisa showed up at their doorstep, her parents were waiting and they were pissed. Days later, I got one last text. "I deserve this. I get that now, but I really did love you." I stared at the message for a long time, then deleted it because I was done. Lisa had always been the kind of person who could bounce back. She thought she'd have options, that she'd figure something out. But this time, everything she tried failed her. Her first plan was to get her own place. Simple, right? But there was just one problem. She was still working part-time. Back when we were together, I'd been the one covering most of the bills. She always said she'd go full-time eventually. Guess she ran out of time because suddenly renting her own place was an option. Her job barely covered gas and groceries. So now she was stuck living on a friend's couch, trying not to be a burden. A week passed before she tried reaching out again, not to apologize or take responsibility, but to see if there was any way back in. She sent me a short, cautious message. "Hey, I was wondering if we could meet up and talk." I didn't respond. So she sent another, not about getting back together, just to clear the air. I stared at the message for a long time, then deleted it because there was nothing left to say. Lisa wanted closure. I wanted her to sit in the mess she created. Lisa's biggest fear wasn't being alone. It was seeing me move on without her. And unfortunately for her, that's exactly what happened. I wasn't trying to be petty. I wasn't going out of my way to rub it in. But one day while I was out with friends, I spotted Lisa. Or rather, she spotted me. From the way she froze, I knew she'd been dreading this moment. Lisa looked rough, tired, stressed, like she hadn't been sleeping. Meanwhile, I was doing just fine, better than fine. I had a new haircut, a new gym routine, and a life that no longer revolved around her. She saw it, and I saw her see it. In that moment, I knew she regretted everything, but I just walked past her without a single word because the best revenge is living a life where she no longer matters.